It's your boy Rico Hundo, and we got a lot of crazy topics as per usual. But before we jump into that, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's subscribing, and thank you to everybody that's tapping in and commenting, showing that love and that support.
You've been doing really good in a relationship, everything was peaches and cream, and then something about something makes you want to just stir it up a little bit. So it's like, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to do this and let me see how they react to this. And maybe that's just trying to get a senses on how, someone would react to, see what kind of like person they are. Because maybe you haven't had to face real issues because you guys have been so great. So you don't really know how they're going to react to something. So I'm going to give like an example. Say girls going out in the summertime, hot girl summer, right? So I'm in this perfect relationship and I'm gonna go out with my friends, my single friends. We doing hot girl shit, we gonna club or whatever. I don't text my spouse, I don't tell them where I'm at for the night. I just say I'm out with my friends. I don't text them at all for the whole night till 2 a.m. Let's see what that does. That's self-sabotaging your relationship because to you, it's just like, well, what? I went out with my friends. I was just having a good time. I didn't do nothing. But, to them, it's just like, so where you was at all night? Argument, problems, conflict. And for what? You either did that on purpose or you didn't really think about how they would feel about it or care.
But sometimes people self-sabotage a relationship in the form of self-defense because they've been hurt or they're trying to run away from hurt, whether it be family ties, whether it be, friends, so something's too good to be true, or it's a trigger for them, let me run, fight or flight. Instead of being honest with themselves or, having a conversation, they self-sabotage it because it's a responsibility they want to have. It's a trigger they're running away from. So it's funny, it's like, you want the relationship, you want the idea of it, but then when it gets too good or too in the thick of things, you run instead of letting that person know, you remind me of my dad, you remind me of my mom, you remind me of my friends that hurt me. So then the person can sit there and, why you even got with me? So it's like, I want the love, I don't want the love. It's like you're hurting and pleasing yourself at the same time. So that's another layer, adding to what Amanda said, of why people might self-sabotage a relationship of a form of self-defense. And to undo it, have a conversation with yourself, get to the root of things before you, get in a relationship. Go ahead, Danny.
I feel like self-sabotage, for me, I'm going to say what it means to me. Because we had this conversation before with people because they say I self-sabotage a lot. And I feel like, I feel like self-sabotage, I've been reading about it a lot, and I just feel like it's when you feel like you're not deserving of something. People get into relationships and they feel like they're not deserving to be in that relationship. They don't deserve this man. They don't deserve love. And I'm one of these people, so I self-sabotage a lot. I don't feel like I deserve certain things. To the point where I will go like, I would date, I would do long distance relationship. I will be a side chick because I feel like I don't deserve love. So I date a certain type of people so I don't have to even encounter with love, you know what I'm saying? And when I get to the relationship, I do self-sabotage by making excuses, by not communicating, by doing stuff that I know that's gonna piss my partner off or what I deal with. You know what I'm saying? It could be like Amanda said, it could be a simple text, but I'm not gonna do it because I want to. It's too good to be true. That's why people self-sabotage, because it's like they feel success, they feel a successful relationship, they feel they feel like they're gonna fail, so they're already putting themselves in that position. So if in your mind you're thinking like this relationship is not gonna work, I'm not deserving of something, I'm not deserving of love like I do, you're already gonna mess it up because that's what you're going in the relationship with. You're not going like, oh, this is gonna be a great relationship, we're gonna build, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. We're just going with a mindset. So people that self-sabotage already got a, what do they call it? An agenda of how they're gonna go into the relationship. I'm not gonna give it up my all, I'm gonna have this wall up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna open up. I'm not gonna trust this person. That's all self-sabotage when you already assume what's gonna happen in that relationship because you feel like you're not deserving of it, so you just mess it up.
What about the responsibility side? I feel like people self-sabotage when they get serious with somebody and they realize that it's responsibility that's attached to that. So once they get the responsibility that's attached to growing with somebody else, then they're gonna self-sabotage it on purpose because they're not used to that, and that's not their comfort zone. There are people that live and thrive in a comfort zone of hysteria. You follow what I'm saying? Like me, I don't survive like that. I can't survive with things up and down. I need my stuff to be a certain way. I'm a manager by trade. So I do everything 1, 2, 3, and I do the same thing with the relationship. I take it one step at a time, but knowing that there is always responsibility, even if it's a side chick. And that's what people are really, really scared of when it comes to the commitment, when it comes to the relationship. And they will self-sabotage because the commitment could be money, your heart. Like the Rico said long time ago that he's in a relationship not for love, but for security or something like that. Because you grew up a certain way, for survival. You know what I'm saying? So you got different people that are looking for different things. So that's a responsibility that Rico might say, I don't really want to fuck with that. I'm not used to that.
So let's say you dating Danny and she addresses your self-sabotaging ways. Usually, y'all don't stick it out. You run from it. That's what I'm saying. Like, like you said, you didn't know you were self-sabotaging. Danny brings it to you, and then now you you knew what it was, or daddy this, mommy that. That's the scapegoat in it.
I got you.
So that's why I said, it's all a crutch. It's all a comfortability. It's all coddling.
But what about knowledge and experience?
That's when you grow into
You know what
maturity.
I'm saying? Because I'm only speaking from, I've been through this shit, right? If I didn't go through this shit, I'm being honest, I would not
You would
know.
be the SO you are now.
I would not know what to do or what to say. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that I feel like that we say up here based upon assumption or what you might want to happen. But that's not the reality.
Yeah.
But that's not the real thing that's really gonna occur. What's really gonna occur is there's gonna be problems. There's gonna be a lot of talks. There's gonna be a lot of money spent. There's gonna be a lot of time spent. There's gonna be fighting. And you have to learn how to merge that because people will use any little excuse to run out the door.
Escape.
You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say commitment and being in a relationship is actually a lot of work.
Amen, it is.
It takes for both people to want to be in something that is probably going to be different for both of you.
You know, people could have their traumas from their past life or from whatever it is that they go through, but if you choose to remain stuck, then you choose to remain stuck. So kind of similar to what you're saying, like if I deal with you and you tell me, hey, look, I have codependent issues, I have X, Y, and Z issues, it's like, all right, cool. What is the next step for you? Because it doesn't really matter who it is that you're gonna deal with, it's never gonna last long term because those traumas are gonna have triggers. And anything it's like walking on eggshells in a relationship. The second that somebody does something that triggers one of those traumas, it's gonna be a big problem and it's gonna blow up into something that's gonna be unwanted. So like identifying your traumas is the hardest part because nobody's honest with themselves.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So when you're honest with yourself, then you can start to identify your traumas. But I feel like you're right. 99% of people go into relationships unhealed, scorned, torn, and unknowing of why they are who they are or why they do what they do. And then that is just a snowball effect that goes into the relationship going downhill. And then the relationship never lasts because at the end of the day, they were never real with themselves. Now, when you're real with yourself and you identify your traumas, I might not have the answers. But if I come to you and say, look, this is what I'm suffering from. This is why I am who I am. And you say, okay, here's some solutions. And you're providing solutions.
Exactly.
Now you're helping me grow.
Are you willing? That's what I'm saying. Are they willing to grow?
But men are scared or very rarely tell the women that they haven't known for years what's really on their mind. And I'm gonna keep it real, no cap. When she get mad, it doesn't even fucking matter. She's gonna throw that shit right back to you, whether it's your wife, girlfriend, sister, mother, whoever. So that's why us knowing that as men, we really don't wanna say nothing to nobody. It's like, it's a big thing. Let's just wait and see what goes on.
Not just men, sorry, not to
Oh,
cut
no,
you off, but not just men,
in.
but with women too. It's like, but in this relationship, I was trying so hard not to talk about my past, to leave everything. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't involve you. It's my past. Why does it matter? Why does it matter? But it's like certain things from my past kept coming up. You know, like people I dealt with or, you know, people that paid my bills, or people text messages that came up, or
Sticky situations,
definitely. And I'm not the type of person that's used to having to talk it out, or having to include you, like having to tell you what's going on, or having to tell you why my phone always on and I never got to pay it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just on. Damn, why are you asking so many questions? But that isn't. You have to get to a point when you're with someone that you want to be with. You have to get to a point where you can discuss those things. And sometimes you have to make a blueprint in your relationship and say, all right, we both agreed this, right? We both agree we're going to raise our child like this, right? We both agree that we only want, we don't want that behavior. Like, I'll be honest. The other day, my man was like, yo, when we out, like, sometimes you just be too friendly. I'm a friendly ass person. That's always how I've been. I've always been a friendly person. But he's right. Like, I have to be like, you're right. It's okay because it's okay because
I'll tell you why that's
reality.
If you're a real man,
But why is that fucked up?
The reason why I said that's effed up, right? She just said, your man said, oh, you too friendly. So I'm going to ask you this.
to niggas, yeah.
You like moving the goalposts. I'm going to ask you this. Did he know this about you beforehand?
Yep.
So once again, if he knew that about you already,
But our relationship grew. So
That don't mean
sometimes
you don't want to change it.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
so here's my point. I'm going with
They
this.
were just fucking.
Yeah, exactly. You move from just
Lord.
fucking to being like, oh, I like
They were
you.
just- I mean-
Oh, I love you. You my bitch.
Okay.
You're my bitch.
As I was saying,
Hot as hell.
I meet a girl, I meet her in a club, right? And let's say she's always a club chick. Me, like Alan said, he's a guy that has it together, right? If he has it together and she's a club chick, I'm not gonna holler at you. I'm not trying to change you. You are who you are. I'm not here to campaign like to be this and be that. So going back to the whole, you're too friendly. If I knew you were friendly, then you're not for me. So if he's this intentional man, he knows what he want and don't want. If you meet a girl who's too friendly, too party type, please go to the left. Do not get this woman. Wait. Do not.
I know this is where you messed up on. Every woman is open to change. Don't believe a woman that's not open to change. Every woman, the world.
That wasn't change.
But no,
It's
every
not about
woman.
change. I want you to be here,
no,
like
no,
Rico
no.
said.
You like,
I want
no,
you to
but
sit here,
you said
like
she-
Rico
you
said.
she's a party
Let her
girl.
be her.
You said she's a party girl. She this to that. And when a woman meet the right man, if she feels like that's a real man, she will bow down. Like Kanye said, you're supposed to fall when a real man come in front of you and teaching you things.
I do know how to cater to a man. I really feel that I do. And I feel like other girls don't, because females nowadays are concerned with the wrong things in having a man. How much money does he make? What kind of guy he is kind of reasonable for women to ask. But I feel like money, status is always a factor in women looking at guys these days. So I feel like they're only looking for what he can do for them and not the other way around. Because you can't use sex as a weapon in a relationship all the time. You can't want so much from a guy and be like, well, my pussy's good, so this is what I'm coming with. Or even the I cook, I clean. Like, we all are grown adults. We all should be capable, or maybe not everyone is capable of, but we're grown adults. Cooking and cleaning are kind of responsibilities we should be used to. So I feel like as a woman, catering to a man, speaking to his psyche, making sure he's on the same path. If you're good, your money's good, and just how you take care of yourself, how you moving forward in your life, job-wise, relationship-wise, mental-wise, make sure your partner is on that same level, or make sure you're getting your partner on that same level. Just, checking in to make sure you guys are both good.
This is what I'm saying, right?
Then you're
I
not
feel
catering
like-
to no
oh,
man.
Believe me,
Wow.
all my dudes are on recycle. They all recycle.
But the hell's that catering?
That means they're not being catered to.
Anyways, let me say this.
She said they Hall of Fame.
Listen, all
don't
my
forget.
dudes love me. Don't get this twisted.
Because
All
their
my
lips
dudes-
is Hall of Fame, you
No,
said.
that's
I'm just saying what you said.
That's like, that's just like extra credit.
Oh, okay, I got
feel
you, I
me?
got
So
you.
Like,
how
what's
do you
up?
really
How do you
Honestly,
cater
it's
to a man?
Yeah, when the dudes start messing with me, they think it's that rah-rah thing, you know what I'm saying? And they get a little scared. And when they come around, they're like, damn, you know, I make sure I'm a man piece. You know what I'm saying? When a man come around me, I'm his piece. So I'll kiss a man all over. I'm very affectionate. Like, I'm gonna make that nigga feel so good. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make you feel like a king. I'm gonna make you feel like you could accomplish anything you want.
Right.
And I'm gonna suck that dick real good when you stress. Like, literally, I make a man, like, I'm a man piece.
Just quick question off topic. So why you got so many then? Like,
I
you
don't
don't think
have
that
so
one?
many
I mean, why? Let me
not for
rephrase
you.
this. Why don't you want to lock in with none of the rotation that you got?
Because I got focus on me right now. It's about me and my family. You feel me?
But
Like,
you don't think that a good man could help you get further to where your goal is at right
Yeah.
now? Because I'm not gonna cap. When I first got into the music business, I'm one of the few people, I don't have a mentor or nothing. Women helped me. Women that was in publishing companies, like, yo, you gotta meet this young dude. He's an ill manager. He knows music and all of that type of stuff. So without those women, like, I'll name them Kamala Gordon, Miss Miles, all of those women that took a liking to me because of my vibe is how I became what I became. Then I got around the guys that respected what I was doing, but they didn't care at first. So I am a believer in one person can make a whole nother person much
That's a
better
fact.
or bring out something in them that they never even knew that they had. So being that you have that quality, when you mention a man's piece, and I said, well, I really know about that. Women don't think about a man's piece. You went to the point of they got a lot of shit going on in the world. Ain't no women, and I'm saying no, I'm talking about majority. They're not thinking about that. They could care less about what we got to deal with when we in the street. So maybe I'm gonna finish. So maybe that's why we're encountering a whole bunch of women that don't know how to take care of a man because they don't even care or even think about what they're going through prior to seeing them.
And I just want to speak on that. I can be honest and say I wasn't always the person that was being someone's piece. I can say that there were times where maybe whatever, if some people call it toxic or whatever, I've been in situations where I'm not thinking of longevity. I'm not thinking of building a future. I'm not thinking about our foundation. I'm not thinking of us stacking money together. I'm not thinking of us buying properties together, making sure that you're in a good mental state, making sure that, you know, we have our shit together and, you know, we're trying to go somewhere together. I've been the person that's like, fuck it, I'm gonna be argumentative back, or fuck it, you having a bad day, I'm about to make that shit worse, or fuck it, you know, like, as a younger adult female, that's how I could have been reacting towards someone. Don't get me wrong, I thought I was being their piece because we were having fun together. Sex was amazing. I want to spend my days with you all the time. I want you want to be with me all the time. But sometimes that's not enough. And so now I find myself in a relationship with someone who's like, I'm not going to tolerate you for you to be the type of female that doesn't think about my well-being as well. And that is very important. I didn't have my father in my life. My father was not around because he was incarcerated, but my father loved the shit out of me when I was a young girl, and I thought that was enough for me to give to the next man, but I didn't receive enough love from a man in my life to know how to give it back. So, you know, in my current relationship, my man is like, you know, like when we get into it, sometimes he's like, you can even ask how my day was, and I'm like, you know what, you fucking right. And I start feeling like, yo, damn, I have to be more considerate of where he's coming from or how he feels, or, you know, yeah, I'm at home doing what I'm doing, or, you know, I feel like I'm so busy, but he's just as busy. He's taking care of my household. He's making sure that, you know, if I need something, he can do it. He can provide it. So at the end of the day, his well-being is just as important as my well-being. So I'm now a woman that's like, you know what, my man got to be good. I don't give a fuck about what else is going on. Like, when you come home, you need a bath drawn, baby. You need me to, you know, I washed your clothes. They're folded the way you like them. You know, like, the room is clean. I know you like candles lit. The shit is right. I know you like a clean home when you come home. That shit is right. I know you like, you know, to relax, get your study on. My man is studying to be a doctor. I have to make sure that he's in the right mental state. I love that man because of what he's shown me and how much he's made me love myself. So at the end of the day, I know what it's like to be a man's piece, but I haven't always been that way. And I'm so happy for the woman that he's helping me to become. And I owe him so much because of that. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm in a good place because I can actually say that I can be someone's piece, because when he comes home, I know that he wants to be home. We respect each other so much. I don't think my man is out cheating on me. He knows that I'm not out disrespecting him. You know what I'm saying? He talks to me and tells me, I don't like when you do that kind of stuff, and I can respect it. I'm not trying to argue right back with you. I'm coming back with, you know what? I can see your perspective. I'm going to work on that. And it doesn't have to be anything else than that. It don't have to be an argument. It can literally be, we respect each other, a conversation.
Don't like
That's the
what we're
crazy
saying.
thing, because like I do a lot.
I mean, but here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? I'm listening to what everybody has been saying on the panel, and I've taken a lot into consideration. And I really like what Jada was saying. And Danny, personally, like I'm listening and I'm kind of comparing what you were saying versus what she was saying, and I'm saying that's the problem today. I feel like the problem today is that women think that being a man's piece is just, you know, being around and making them laugh or making them happy, but that's not being a man's piece. That's one small element. Like the simple fact that we can have a conversation. Like if there's a problem, because here's the thing: if a man has a problem with a woman, it's gotten to a point where women don't accept the man's problem no more. So, like she said, they are argumentative. There doesn't always need to be an argument with whatever I feel is wrong. Just like if you feel something is wrong, I shouldn't be arguing with you on why it's wrong. I should just try to make changes and adjustments. I also feel like, back to what Essa was saying, is that women don't care to find out that man or who that man is or what that man needs. It's all about them. Women in today's age, I feel like, have been rightfully so very selfish.
Yep, rightfully so.
And I think that I say rightfully so is because women have been they have been taken advantage of for the however long
time.
So I understand why they're doing that. But I also understand that when you are being very selfish as a woman, you can't cater to a man because you can't focus on a man. Listen to what you just said. You said that you have a rotation of men who are great, but you can't take any of them serious because you're focused on you and your family. But he's saying that a man could help you take you to a place where you could take care of your family. But you can't even see that because women have become so selfish to men that they don't even care about what we can offer or possess and help. They're only out for themselves. And I feel like that's the problem with why there's a big lack in catering to a man and having a great relationship. She is fortunate enough where she got a man who is patient enough to be with her for her growth. But she was also willing enough to change
She wanted
for
to
that
change,
growth.
exactly.
But women need to, I feel like you're a great role model for what women should be doing. Honestly.
But can I say one thing?
Real quick, Danny, hold on. Real quick, there's one major element that Jada said that I hoped you ladies picked up, and the ladies watching out there. She went back to the source of her dad wasn't around. So for you to be at peace, you got to be peace with yourself first. And that's what she said. She admits she was toxic, and then she went back and she be like, damn, I need to be at peace first so I can be at peace to this man. And that's how I feel a woman can be at peace. It's not just, I'm going to suck his dick, I'll do this. Let me figure out what's going on inside myself, and then I can bring it to the table.
But
so
that's what I'm saying. I don't, unlike you, like my dad my dad is like my king, you know what I'm saying? I treat my dad like a king. My dad, I would do the littlest things for him, like no cap. Like I would bring him little things that I know that he likes, ice cream, whatever. And it's kind of like, I'm always seeking peace, you know what I'm saying? I'm always like, people think I'm so loud or whatever, so I'm always seeking peace. So when I mess with a dude, I'm expecting for him to be my peace. So if I'm expecting him to be my peace, I'm expecting me to be his peace at the same time. If I could go to him and I could just lay my head in his chest and I know everything will be good, I could talk to him, I want to do the same for him, not because, I'm being a whatever that I want.
But what about Rico said with the multiple people in rotation? What about that?
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm going to tell a dude what I could do or cannot do for you. But just because I can't give you, like, a full-blown whatever, I'm going to give you what I can give you. I'm going to let you know, listen, I'm chasing this right now, but I fuck with you.
So you're not his peace.
But I'm not mad at the multiple dudes because there are
but
people that like and love more than one person. So I'm not
saying
saying that.
I'm just saying in general. I'm just talking like, I could have any I could have multiple dudes and they're all gonna be at peace. You know what I'm saying? But like when I'm not even the type of person. You know what I'm saying? When I deal with people, like I'm not even the type of person where I got like 10 million dudes. I don't even have the time, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. And when I deal with a dude, they know exactly what I do. That's why they don't trip, because they know I pull up and they know what I got to offer, and they know I'm not all about that rah-rah stuff. They know I'm not all about that extra stuff. You get what I'm saying? And when I come, they know what I'm seeking. I'm not seeking all that extra. I just want some peace.
Yeah.
I don't come with the drama. I don't come with the problem. My phone barely rings. Nobody even really have my phone number. People got my email and my Instagram. My phone number is very important to me. You got my phone number? I mean that I deal with you. You get what I'm saying? So when I pull up to a dude, I'm like, well, I'm seeking space. If I could lay my head on you and I'm not thinking about nothing and I'm not tripping over nothing, and I could do the same for you, and that's what
I get it. We get it. All right, you don't gotta defend yourself.
No, I'm not defending. I'm telling you what it is.
I get it.
Because you kind of like misjudge a
So,
bit.
Danny, this is not a judgment zone. We already know that. That's the 8 at the table rules. No
The
judgment.
question is, how do you pace a relationship? So for me, I've learned the hard way. So like I'll meet a girl, I was out at a club, say it's a Saturday night, and by like Sunday, Monday, I'm texting her like, yo, how you enjoy the night? You wanna meet up? I'm just doing too much, like, beautiful. I'm just like texting her, I'm just giving her all this energy. Yeah, I dropped the ball, needless to say. She said, I love you doing too much. I feel pressured. I just wanted to have a good time, and if you would have got to know me or asked me, you would have known that I'm not on that type of time. I thought you was cool, but you texting me 8 in the morning, and I said to her, well, you was on my mind, good morning, beautiful, and she was like, oh God, like, so yeah, I fucked that up. I was like Sonic the Hedgehog with that shit. So yeah. Anybody else can share this? Am I by myself?
Danny, you dead wrong for that, don't Danny.
Can I say something? No. Oh, go ahead.
Is that too much?
It's not. It is too much. Let me tell you something, Oliver. Like, to pace any relationship or situation, you just meet somebody, you just gotta go off energy. Energy is very important. There's dude that I meet, they're texting me, I'm texting back. There's dude that I meet, like you texting me like that, I'm gonna block you. You're doing too much.
I'm trying to get to know you.
Then don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Go off. That's what I'm saying. You gotta go off energy. You know what I'm saying?
In my eyes, I feel like there's no such thing as doing too much if the chemistry is right, if the moment is right. Cause listen, you're my man if I meet you in the club and the chemistry is right and we having a good time. Listen, you're my man right now. Like, I move too fast. I'm that girl.
So we will work.
I'm that girl, but it depends on
energy is right, if the vibe is right.
It depends. Yeah, it's the energy.
You text and ignore. I promise you, it works.
That don't work for me.
It'll work if she wants you. That's the whole key.
Sure.
See, you fishing around to see if she like you, calling her beautiful and all this. If she look good, niggas say that all the fucking time. Tell her you want to fuck, and then she respond. Quick. I was gonna say yes or no, nigga. Let's do it. He was supposed to ignore Miss Beautiful, send her the little funky text, bong, right? And then if you don't respond, I'm gonna lay back on you, and I'm gonna let you figure out if you want to come fuck with the real or not.
Yeah, so
if
you
she
don't
chooses
text
not
back
to,
to back.
you step off.
That's what I asked you. Do I just cut my loss?
Yes, cut them
No way,
losses.
but I think that is the wrong advice to
Don't listen
give.
to
Don't
him.
be
Yeah, don't listen
texting
to him.
no
Like,
girl talking about, do you want to fuck?
I didn't say that. That was a joke. That was a joke
I'm supposed to know
for
that.
him not to respond. Because I said, yo, if you want to respond, just text her that you want to fuck instead of saying beautiful. I'm not going that far. I'm just saying that if he saw her and saw her on Saturday, me and Rico is texting Saturday night.
Yeah, exactly. But if your mind is set on that girl, that's basically what you were saying. Like, how do I take
Yeah, how
what
do
do
I
I
get
do?
to
That's what I'm trying to
get her
say.
like me or feel me?
That's
You can't
what I'm
get
trying
her to like you or feel you.
You can.
That's
You
not
can.
true. You never bagged a girl.
She got to feel you. You're not gonna get her to feel you. Come
can.
on, stop
You
it.
can't.
So
Time out.
let me say something, Oliver. Girls highly dig vibes. If she has a vibe with you, she vibed with you, I feel like if it's someone you just bagged or something, I feel like it makes a difference if you like met her with like what, a group of friends and she got to like know you and she was vibing with you, then she like actually likes you. If you met her in a club, that was just fun for her. She's probably not gonna text you the next day when you hit her up. And I'm just being for real.
Why not? Because you met her
That's
in class.
false.
True. I
That's
think
false.
honestly, Oliver, you just want these guys that just do too much, like you said. No, seriously, I'm just excited.
I have.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
you gonna talk real.
when you just meet somebody, you just really gotta go with the flow. I'm hard on you for a reason.
Oh, we cool.
No, seriously, because I used to be that girl. Like, I will meet somebody. I'm like, you know, I'm an Aquarius. Like, you know, I wear my emotion. I used to wear my emotion on my sleeve. I'm calling, texting. You know, yo, bitch, stop texting me. Like, what the? Oh.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I learned. You know what I'm saying? It's all about interest. You know, if somebody's interested, they're gonna text you back. They're gonna call you back. They're gonna interact with you. That's just what it is. If you feel like it's a one-way conversation, it's not it. It's very that simple. You get what I'm saying? If you're not receiving no energy from this female, that's not it. Because when female, I'm a female. When I'm interested, I give a lot of energy. And when I'm not interested, I don't give no energy. And there's no in between with me. You get what I'm saying? Unless I need something from you. If I know I got some money I want from you, then I'm gonna show you some type of interest. But if I know I'm not interested at all, you're not gonna get no energy from me. And if you the one that's reaching out, doing the most, and you're not getting anything in return, this female don't give a fuck about you.
Let's flip it for a second, because I have an issue with the simple fact that, you know, a man gets shunned upon because he's doing too much and he's being so proactive. And y'all know how I feel about guys who are proactive to women. They deserve a shot.
Yeah.
Now, what about the women? What about the women aspect where a woman isn't doing enough? Because there's a lot of times where women are kind of just treating the situation or the relationship or whatever it is like very lackadaisical. They can feel very comfortable, very complacent, whether it's a new relationship or a pre-existing relationship, and they're just not doing enough. You know what I'm saying? So what do we say about that? Or like, what do we think about when a woman isn't doing enough?
But I don't even think that right now that women even take time, and I could be wrong, this is just an opinion. That I really don't think that women even take time to find out what their man wants. I don't even think they care. You follow what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if you really pay attention and you talk about it, then you can figure out what he does like, what he doesn't like, what's going on, what's not going on, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you're left guessing, Danny would have to figure out what I like. Like, we'll talk about sex, right? But she might not know that I don't really care if she can cook. I cook, right? I don't care if she washes clothes. I wash all my own clothes. I've been on my own since 16. Feel me? So everybody's situation could be different. Some people need more. So the women need to find out, which I really realized in this day and age, they don't really care. It's really about what they want right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's flipped over because for years it was all about what men wanted. Right? It was about what we want. We want our woman to be this, but we want our woman to be that. Now the women is more dictating what they want to have. So when they do that, they're not paying attention to what you might need to keep you there.
Not me.
Well, him, yeah.
No,
you know what I'm saying? So if you need this, you seem like that you will want to have, you know what I'm saying, a nice little rapport with a woman. If I text you, text me back, I'm being genuine with you. That's not really respected right now. I take it one day at a time, right? If I like you today, let's see if we can do something tomorrow. If tomorrow turns into 5 days, 7 days or whatever, then we'll take it further and say, all right, well, I'm not just gonna come by your house, let's go eat dinner or something. Or I might say, come over my house, I'll fucking cook you something and let's burn. But that whole process for me is learning. Even if I'm beaten, I'm still learning if I even want to even be around this girl. She gets on my fucking nerves. You know what I'm saying? If she's clean enough for me. So you gotta have your standards. I'm a big standard dude. Most niggas, most men, we do not have standards. We want her to look good, right? And if she can fuck good and don't get on your nerves, she's wifey material.